That's right, folks. For the last 4 months, I've been living in Jim West's parents' attic. And would you believe that whilst up there, I found not one, but 100 copies of Jim's favourite childhood book. My able assistants are about to distribute 100 copies of his favourite childhood book. So, whilst we're here, I'm going to introduce you. The book that you're going to get is a little bit simpler. The one we've got is for advanced readers. So there's a few extra words in there.
So please don't skip ahead, no spoilers, please read with us.
Follow along with the speeches we do, because all our puns are in the back pages. Send them round, make sure we get some over here, guys. Plenty of copies. There will be some left at the end. Share if you can't get one all. No, just get some over there. Don't read ahead. We haven't started yet, hold on.
So ladies, gentlemen, please gather in close and listen to the tale of the simple giant and the wizard's daughter.
Once upon a time, which is the way all greatest stories begin, over the hill, beyond the river, and just outside the M25, there was a most peculiar village. Peculiar, for it was said that everyone who lived in the boundary of this desolate wasteland was long ago cursed to a life of misery, poverty, and the occasional xenophobic rant down the post office. A shudder would ring out across the land if anyone ever dared utter its name. Gravesend.
One day, a typically grim and overcast day back in 1989, something most unusual happened. A baby was born in a Gravesend stable. A baby quite unlike all the others. 10 fingers he had for sure, and 10 toes too. Rosy cheeks and a fat little belly, just like any other baby should. But this very special little baby was different. He wasn't very little at all. As tall as 3 wagons, the baby West was a giant.
Why, that sprog is bigger than a beanstalk!
Cried the washerwoman.
Jesus Christ, he's so gangly!
Wailed the butcher.
He also looks a little dim.
Commented the blacksmith unhelpfully.
And it was true. Not only did this baby have limbs long enough to tie his shoes standing up, but if this kid fell out of the common sense tree, he missed every branch on the way down.
Oh dear,
said Chris.
Oh dear,
said Colin. For that was the parents' names.
Thick as a tree trunk and twice as tall, the giant's parents didn't know what to do. Though they loved him unconditionally, he was a lot of work. Every week they would have to take him along to the local outdoor swimming pool to hose him down like a great big dirty elephant. Unable to control his limbs, he would crash through the village, terrifying the other villagers.
Well, Chris and Colin were very worried. He was now almost of school age. All of the other smarter, normally proportioned children would surely laugh at him. How could they arm this poor, simple giant to be smart, streetwise, and defend himself against the cold, uncaring world around? This kid needed some tough love. If he was going to survive the mean streets of Gravesend, he was going to need to attend the toughest, the roughest school of hard knocks they could think of. St. Joseph's Convent!
Danny Franchetti's Jazz Box.
Satchel in hand and bonnet on his head, he stood at the gates of the prep school. The nuns of St. Joseph knew that they had their work cut out for them, but even those iron-willed women of God had underestimated just what they were up against. Whilst other children recited their Hail Marys, our poor buffoon was rampaging around the playground, his prepubescent mind a heady blur of glam rock, girls, and WWF wrestling.
West!
He would cry as he chased the girls and wrestled them into a stone-cold stunner.
No, you're the bogeyman.
They would retaliate thanks to his proclivity for wearing a face full of crusty snot, his wrestling trademark.
And so it was that the bogeyman got his first taste of rejection. Things would only get worse from there. As the giant grew taller, the nuns grew wearier. Water into wine, feeding the 5,000 and healing the sick. Even miracles had their limits. Admitting defeat, they knew there was only one hope left, to place him in the care of the village wise men.
Handsome, talented, smart and funny, these eligible bachelors were known as the coolest, funnest guys in all of Gravesend. If anyone could help this social imbecile navigate the dangerous rite of passage known as puberty, it was them. The other villagers scoffed. The wise men didn't care. The giant made them look even cooler by comparison.
Taking him under their wing, these handsome social dynamos began to teach him their ways. Because, though he was inarguably dim,
So dim that he actually turned up to our group holiday with his passport 6 months out of date.
yep, so dim he once attempted to cook us bacon in the microwave.
So dim that he once had a dream that he sat on a muddy football and woke up to find that he pooed the bed. That was pretty embarrassing.
Yes, though this walking sack of spaghetti was not the brightest spark, he had a very special secret. He had the biggest heart in all the land. Because no matter how people treated him, he was always kind to them, and he always put others before himself. He never complained, and he always saw the good in people. He was funny, warm, and charming, and his friendship and devotion to his friends was absolutely unending.
His warmth radiated through any room and was totally infectious. He was considerate, compassionate, and the totally buff studs were better men for having them into their lives. They loved him to pieces. But could there ever be a kind-hearted, extremely patient, possibly partially sighted girl overlook his daft voice and broomstick arms and love him as much as his new friends did? Could she fall in love with his good heart? And would she one day ride his white swan? Let's find out.
They had much to teach this simple, naive giant about women, their mysterious ways, and how he might go about luring one in. Luckily, they all had absolutely loads of experience in this field and knew everything there was to know about pulling birds. Especially the guy with the glasses who everyone agreed was a total babe magnet. The friends sat the giant down and explained the finer details of the birds and bees as simply and as slowly as they could.
As luck would have it, fate would take the friends far, far away from Gravesend, to a beautiful town by the sea, where the sun meets the ocean, where fantasy meets reality, where the streets are lined with hopes, dreams, Smirnoff Ice, warmth.
The giant was keen to test out his newfound skills with the ladies, and he tried to find a little crumpet of his own. He summoned up the courage and asked a fair few maidens on a date. The giant's friends crossed their fingers in hope. Sadly, the reaction was always the same, and you'll see in your book a couple of photos of the reaction. That was one there. Always the same there. Always the same.
Meanwhile, having become something of a highly skilled, though highly derivative 12-string lute player, out down on his luck, unlucky in love, total hopeless case of a lamppost, had secured himself a spot at the local tavern's open mic night. Whilst rehearsing, he heard tell of a damsel in distress.
For, as luck would have it, the local wizard's daughter was also performing at the same open mic night. But suddenly, disaster struck.
Oh no!
The wizard's daughter cried.
I've broken me bloody harpsichord. Whoever shall be able to help.
Well, emboldened by lashings of ale, and on the prowl for catching a buxom wench on the back foot after she'd had a few, the giant saw his chance.
Using his mighty heft, he swatted aside a smaller, weedier harpsichord player, who was also having a crack, rushed to the maiden and offered her his services. But when he saw her beauty and heard her angelic voice, he knew he had to offer her something more. And so it was, as her eyes met his, the room began to swell, the lights dimmed, the music quietened, and the tavern crowd hushed as the giant summoned his courage and bellowed.
Will you go out with me? Well, beautiful, talented, and with the voice of an angel, the maiden could have had her pick of any of the fine young eligible men in the kingdom.
Like literally any of them.
Anyone,
Anyone
it might be a little bit too late
now.
Try.
You had your chance.
But the fair maiden had a secret of her own. In a cruel twist of fate, the evil witch had placed a spell upon her. She was cursed to be intolerant to knuckle-dragging Permatan troglodytes. In the fair town of Bournemouth, this meant her pickings were pretty slim. And the giant looked like he had a kind soul. So, she weighed up her options, accepted her fate, let out a long sigh and said,
Yeah, right? Well, the wise men were absolutely beside themselves with excitement. All except one who definitely just lost a bet. The date was arranged at once, the stakes impossibly high. If he screwed this up, there might never be a girl daft or stupid enough to entertain Jim, the giant, on a night out ever again.
Well, the big night arrived. The jittery giant dressed himself in his finest robes, emptied half a pot of VO5 Mac Clay head upon his head, and drowned himself in Lynx Africa. His colossal knobbly knees knocking and his moist clammy palms drenched, he swallowed his fear and escorted the wizard's daughter to another local tavern.
Though his heart was jumping around in his chest, it had never been bigger, and the wizard's daughter was immediately enamoured with his charming, awkward nature. She laughed at his jokes, she felt his warmth, and she too felt her heart growing larger and larger within her chest. So much so that she invited him to join her and her pals later that evening. First at her place, and then at the local discotheque, dusk till dawn.
Well, the giant couldn't believe his luck. The night was going so well. The wizard's daughter took the giant to meet her coven of friends, and whilst in their company, he struck up a conversation with a naughty elf.
Do you fancy a drag of my magic pint?
Said the naughty elf. Well, the giant was giddy with nerves, and so, to take the edge off, he decided he would partake in the magic pipe.
He partook a long, hard drag, and almost immediately he felt the colours of the room begin to dance. What mischief, he thought, and he took another drag, even harder than the first, followed by another. At that moment, unaware of this cheeky side action, the wizard's daughter proclaimed,
Taxis are here, let's go. Well, the giant was absolutely blazed. At the bar, he could barely string together a sentence. Where was he? Who was he with? Why was this bird still hanging around with him? Desperately trying to keep his shit together, he danced and drank and danced until he could drink and dance no more. And then across the room, his princess, his angel, his flicky moo. How had he got so lucky?
He had never felt feelings like the feelings he felt right now. Birds were singing, the lights were dancing. Suddenly every romantic song he had ever sung made sense. This bewitching woman saw him not as a lanky spod, but as a fox, a foxy stoat, a sly old musky foxy stoat. The giant remembered the advice his friends had given him at the start of the evening.
Don't fuck it up!
Realizing this was his moment, he knew what to do. He took the wizard's daughter in his arms, slid in real close, and loudly proclaimed,
I know this is our first date,
so this might seem a little bit forward, but
I love you! Shortly after, the giant would be found alone, running half naked through the streets, unable to remember his name, his date, or how he to get home. He wrestled a number of cars and was banned from 2 local kebab shops.
soon after, the giant and the wizard's daughter became inseparable, until one day too she declared her love for him. Over the next few years they grew together, and they became as 2 peas in a pod. They shared laughter, adventure and success, quickly becoming everyone's favourite old married couple, even before their wedding.
The giant felt that the luckiest man in the world. He got down on one knee and sealed the deal. Joy rang out throughout the land, and the giant's friends could not have been more excited. Finally, after a lifetime of constant, unending embarrassment, regret, and 2 extremely expensive stag do's, they were so proud to watch their closest friends come together and live happily ever after. Everyone had a great day, got really pissed, and after a particularly epic speech, Jim spontaneously picked up the entire bar tab. The end. Can someone buy me a beer?